Aren't we fortunate that Keir Starmer has contacted us twice this week? Once in response to inquiries from the Prime Minister, and again at the Liaison Committee. Unlike the Prime Minister's questions, he was unable to simply skip questions he didn't like. In today's video, we see a stuttering Keir Starmer being grilled as lies over figures are revealed, and for him, there is no way out of it. We will watch and respond, as well as go over all of the most recent news from across the nation, but first, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join our rapidly expanding community. Just a quick note, we do have t-shirts available on our website. We have Stuck Farmers and Make Britain. Once more, fantastic ones. Be sure to click the link in the description or visit British.com to view this in a specific group you don't think you're comfortable with a highly affluent person sheltering their wealth by buying land. Well, what we tried to do was get the balance right and to protect the family farm. Look what the very wealthy do with their money within the rules is a matter for them, but what we wanted to do was to raise the revenue necessary because we had to not only balance the books and the budget, we had to make important investments in things like health services in schools. That meant we had to raise revenue. And that's why we did this amongst other measures, but at the same time we wanted to put in thresholds that ensures in the average case the vast majority of family farms could be passed on without being affected by the inheritance tax. That was the scheme and the purpose of it. So how many family farms you think are going to be caught by this? Well, we've been through the figures on this, and just so I can help you, HMRC say that there were about 500 claims for agricultural property. Yeah, so is that a robust figure for those who will be caught? That is a robust figure. As I believe you are aware, 73% of APR claims are for less than $1 million, and 40% of APR goes to the 7% wealthiest claimants. As a result, I am confident that this strikes the correct balance between protecting the majority of the estates and generating the necessary revenue. It is published by the Treasury, certified by the OBR. The changes apply not just to agricultural property to Leah, they also apply to business property, do they not? Yes, no. In practice, the figure that you've given us, 500 estates, there does not include a state where the land would have been passed on using business property relief, does it? Well, I think that it does. I'll certainly go away. I can assure you that it doesn't. Well, the figure of 73% of APR claims are less than 1 million is a figure both from the Treasury and certified by the OB, and as those who have had agricultural property, you can certainly come back to if you are satisfied, Prime Minister, that 500 figure is not as robust as it may appear, and a lot of people have changed their mind on that in recent weeks. Would you persuade the Chancellor to meet with the farming unions, because she has refused to do that thus far? Well, I met, as you probably know, with the FU President just a few weeks ago, met actually previously on a number of occasions with his predecessor, and there's no issue with meeting. Of course there isn't. Well, but for the Chancellor, well, that'll be a matter for her, but there's no in principle. I mean, I myself met the President of the NLI. Is that an example that you will be encouraging the Chancellor to follow? Well, look, the Chancellor will manage her own diary, but I mean, I took the view, well, I mean, we're laughing here, but we had one witness giving evidence to the Select Committee who, when talking about the impact in his farming business, broke down. So there are a lot of people who don't find this funny. How does it make you feel to hear that witnesses were breaking down before my Select Committee? Well, of course nobody's comfortable with that, but that is why I took the decision to have a meeting with the President of the NFU, to invite him in for a meeting with me, not with a great fanfare, but just for a private meeting, so that I could hear for myself firsthand from him as to the points that he wanted to make. Understandably, the view to making changes, I apologize with regard to making changes, but we have the policy and I was clear about it. However, did I want to hear what he had to say in a respectful manner? Yes, of course I did, literally writhing in his seat with nowhere to go. What do you think of this? Please share your thoughts in the comments section or in other news. In a significant royal health report, King Charles's cancer treatment is scheduled to continue next year. According to palace sources who spoke to British Stand insiders, the King's treatment has been going well and, as a managed condition, the treatment cycle will continue into next year. The source also noted that there is hope evident in the king's wish to maintain a full schedule of public appearances, including during the holiday season. Although it is unclear what kind of treatment he has received specifically, King Charles has frequently traveled to London for private appointments. In February, Buckingham Palace announced that King Charles had been diagnosed with cancer and was starting a course of treatment. The monarch personally decided to share his diagnosis and his experience in the hopes that it might help others, but he purposefully did not confirm the type of cancer he was receiving in order to not diminish the significance of other forms of the illness. Dame Laura Lee, the CEO of Maggie's, a cancer support charity that Queen Camilla is a patron of, told Sky News that it's typical for treatment to last for a very long time, similar to the Princess of Wales's treatment, which involved a rigorous year-long course of treatment before it came to an end and she was recovering from some of the side effects of it. So we have immunotherapy, chemotherapy and surgery. Hormone treatment. Speaking more broadly about the transparency of the King and the Princess of Wales, she continued to share with the publication what we've heard from our centre visitors. It's been good that they haven't just shed light on one particular type of cancer but also on cancer as a whole, and that there are a variety of treatment options, varying impacts, and different approaches to navigating the challenges that cancer presents. In my opinion, that approach has been far more successful and beneficial for the cancer community. I can personally attest to the fact that everyone is incredibly appreciative of them for doing so. Later, the King and Queen will meet with local community volunteers for their final significant public appearance before starting their Christmas holiday. The visit by emergency services and faith representatives to Walham Forest coincides with palace sources stating that the monarch is expected to resume a full schedule of public duties in the upcoming year, with the first half of the year's planning expected to include an exciting mix of domestic and foreign events. Please share your thoughts about the topics we covered in today's video in the comments box below. If you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more British stuff. Thank you, and take care. Goodbye.